Hi, my name is Chuck Vanderstelt. I'm a real estate agent in Northwest Indiana. I work for a brokerage named Listing Leaders, and I am also the founder of a real estate related website named QuadWalls.com. Go ahead and take a visit to that website. You can see every home for sale in Northwest Indiana and get some great information about buying or selling a home. What to look for in an agent. So we're going to transition now a little bit to what to do when you're interviewing an agent. I've got just a few quick things to talk about there. First, I strongly encourage people to use a full-time agent. There are a lot of part-time agents in my industry. I'm a full-timer. If I was getting on an airplane, I know I would feel a lot more comfortable with a pilot who flies 40 hours a week, week after week after week, compared to a pilot who decides to pull his or her airplane out of the hangar once a month. I'm just big on full-timers, so I would strongly encourage you to use a full-time agent where it is their only profession. Look for testimonials from past clients, or if the agent is able to connect you with past clients, for you to maybe shoot an email to or have a brief phone conversation with. Trustworthiness is probably the biggest issue. If you don't feel like you can trust your agent, you probably shouldn't work with that agent. Your relationship's probably just not going to go very well. Trustworthiness is very important to me. You're entrusting your agent with what's likely your most valuable asset, and it's valuable from two standpoints. It has an enormous financial value, and secondly, it has an enormous day-to-day, everyday life value. You have to live somewhere. You don't want to be homeless because they sold your house before they found something for you to buy, and things just turned into a mess. So I understand the amount of value that both financial and intangible, non-financial, that your home has. So I understand that selling a home, buying a home, it's a major event in life. It's a major interruption in life, especially when you're selling. You need an agent who's trustworthy and will get the job done right. Fees are negotiable. If you have an agent who won't give an inch on fees, I kind of wonder if that goes back to trustworthiness. Really, there's a lot of you out there who have beautiful homes that are in great condition. They could be put on the market today and they'd be gone in a week. They'd be sold because you take great care of your home. That means you're making their job easier, meaning you probably should get to pay a little bit less. Ability to terminate a relationship. I don't like to talk about this a whole lot. I don't want to meet you and say you can fire me, but I actually tell all my clients in our listing appointments, if it's not working out, you can fire me and you can move on to a different agent. I don't believe that you should be tied into some contract for months and months to be forced to work with somebody who you don't think is doing the job for you. If you've got agents or brokerages who aren't allowing basically like an easy breakaway because they're just not doing the job, they're not following through with what they said, you might want to think about looking in a different direction. There are agents out there, such as myself, who make that really easy for you. Communication, great communication is key. A lot of this too kind of goes back to the full-time agent type of thing. If your agent can't pick up the phone to speak to you, can't return a text message, can't return an email in a reasonable amount of time, which should be about 24 hours or less, especially if you've got a pending deal, or you're thinking about listing, you probably have a problem there. Your agent should be able to communicate with you clearly and in ways that you understand, and make sure that you understand everything that's happening. It shouldn't be, let me take you by the hand and drag you down the road. I like my clients to understand everything that's happening to them, happening to their house, and happening in their transaction. And communication goes the other way too. Your agent needs to listen. They should be very informed on what you need from the purchase or what you need from your sale. It's all about you. So they shouldn't deviate from your strategy and your path very much.